Oh, I'm wet now. Stop it. Put you in the bucket to clean you off, mate. Right, well, welcome back, people. As you could probably, well, see, or maybe not see, there's a load of mud on the floor, and that is because something today is going to be very different. I'm fishing the River Deben, and I've got someone here with me who is a local legend, and that is Mr. Matt Crowe. I'm sure he'll show his face later. Main target of today's video is going to be out and out cod. Whether they're here or not is a different story, but that is what we are going to be going for. That is the target. So bigger baits, bigger rigs, and just, yeah, fishing for them really. Baits for tonight are going to be some nice lug supplied by Dean's in Clacton, and I've also got squid, crab, rag, bluey, mackerel and blacks. So we've got a nice selection that we'll change throughout the session just to try and winkle something out, which I'm sure we'll manage to do. Whether that's just a whiting or not, we'll see. But we're going to give it a go. Like I said, bigger baits again tonight. So, can't see that. Pennel rigs. I've slightly upped the gauge of the wire on these hooks. These are the Varivas Big Mouse Extra, I believe. Not they're same size as the other ones that I normally use, the normal Big Mouse, size 1, but these are just a thicker wire, so a little bit stronger. And all of that's going to be going down to 5-ounce lead. See how we get on. Might not work, might need a 6-ounce, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to get these rigged up, baited up, and I'll bring you back. Right, that's first bait, just a nice fat juicy lug bait. I'm going to get that one fired out, and I'll set the other rod up in a little while. Right, well that's been out all of 2 minutes and I've already been slackened off, so what's the betting this is going to be a whiting? That is a nice chunky pouting. Look at the size of that one. Oh, you bastard. Ugh. Well, that gave me a wicked little bite. That is a chunky ass pouting. I haven't had a pouting that size in a long time. I hadn't even brought my stick with me to see how big it is, but yeah, it's got to be 26, 27 I reckon. So that is for a first cast of the first fish, that's a good sign. Because hopefully the bigger fish are here. So yeah, get that rod back out and see if we can get anything different. Well, that pouting was very welcome. I haven't had a big pouting like that in a very long time. So hopefully Matt has managed to put us onto the good spot, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if they're there, we might have a chance of a slightly different species in the same family, which is the cod. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm here tonight with Matt, another YouTuber. He's a local, well, more local to this area than what I am. I'm more of the Essex coast. He's the Suffolk coast, so I'm under his guidance tonight. He's picked this venue, and to be fair, it looks like a wicked venue right from the offset. And first chuck, within 5 minutes, I've caught a decent sized pouting, so I'm more than happy. I'll put his YouTube up on the screen so you can go check his videos out. He's got all the sort of Suffolk coast videos, very good videos. So yeah, go check them out. So I thought, while I'm sitting here, rather than putting another pennel bait out with another lug bait on and burning through my lug in the first half hour, I might change it up a bit and put a whole squid out. Put a whole squid out the other week down shingle street, and that resulted in a nice little thornback. So hopefully we can do something similar. Matt has said that there's a chance of a thornback down here, so I do like a good thorny, so I might as well give it a go while I can. Waiting for the crab to defrost still, and then that'll be getting fired out. Well, having that pouting first chuck, I thought it was going to be absolutely going for it, but it hasn't. So I'm going to set the other rod up. The other rod's still up, not set up. That's just going to be a big squid bait, because, well, absolutely everything will have that. And hopefully that's the key. I doubt it. Crab's nearly defrosted, so that can go out. And yeah, I'm going to sort of vary my casts distance wise, because I haven't fished it before, so I've had a few pointers off of Matt, but I'm going to try and sort of work around on the seabed to see if there is anything sort of holding up anywhere, because you only need to get it into a channel or a hole or something like that where food's sitting, and that's where the fish are going to be. So yeah, I'm going to get this baited up and get this one flicked out. So when you're doing your pennel baits, you don't want to absolutely cover the bait in elastic. You don't want to put too much on. I find that if you put too much on, it makes the bait a bit too firm, and I find that if there is a bit too much there, the fish don't tend to have it. I'm guessing that's because they can feel that it's not natural, maybe, because most of the stuff they're going to have is going to be either live or rotting, or basically anything not covered in bait elastic. So yeah, they can sort of feel that it ain't right and they drop it. But yeah, it's just enough to keep it on, enough to hold it in place, but not too much that it's more elastic than it is bait. Oh, I must say that I was a bit worried about lead's holding bottom, because not fishing it before, I didn't know what it was going to be like. Shingle Street the other week was absolutely terrible, it just didn't want to hold at all. But these are rock solid, so that's the result. Right, so this is a little bit more like what I was expecting. Whiting, and not big ones either. If they were big, I probably wouldn't mind so much. But they are about, so I'm going to have to make sure I'm keeping on top of my rigs, because that gives me... Oh, I'm getting a bite on that other one, and I've literally just cast it out. Get this one back. So, no, that wasn't a bite. That was everything getting washed out and shooting that way, which is inland as such because of the flooding tide. So it's washed my other one out now. So I think what I'm going to have to do is come back a little bit closer and try and cast up tide, as in towards the sea, and hopefully that drags everything back towards me but locks it in place so the line's sort of coming up rather than being dead straight, get a big bow in it and then pushing it all the way around. I've been told that on the ebbs, on the going out, it's basically unfishable. So that's why we're here on low, fishing all the way up from low to high, is to just try and avoid it. That squid didn't do now, so the next port call is going to be squid again, but with crab, because that whiting and that pouting, I'm just not going to cut it. The other rod's pulled out again as well, which is a bit of a pain, but you know, it is what it is. It's either pulled out because of the tide or it's pulled out because there's a fish on it and it's just gone down tide, so I'll have to keep an eye on that one. All them lovely juices coming out of that crab and that squid. Wash my hands because that'll just go everywhere. Now that tide is flooding, it is flooding hard. Seriously, seriously hard. So this is the next thing that I'm going to have to try and do, and that is step up from a 5 ounce to a 6 ounce. I think there's a little bit of weed coming in, and I think that's what's just tripping everything out and making it roll, because it's just sort of slightly building up, catching the tide, and round you go. So we'll try a 6, see how we get on with the 6, and bring it in a little bit closer. I didn't have anything on that one, so more lug to get loaded up. I'm just literally, I've got one rod on lug and then one rod on whatever else I decide, just because I've bought and paid for them now, so I'm going to use them. Literally all I'm doing is just threading one after another till I've got about, I don't know, 3 on there, depending on the size, 4 on there. If they're decent fat ones, then less, but just thread them on until you get something like that. 2 hooks in it, one at top, one at bottom. Clip it on, fire it out. It's as simple as it gets. So it's a very nice evening tonight. It is, well, flat calm. There's, I would say, basically not a breath of wind anywhere. And it's very, very quiet down here. I don't think there's going to be any background noise from wind or anything other than me walking about, because it is so silent down here. It's actually quite creepy. So I don't know if you can quite see behind me. I don't think you can on the camera unless I shine my light at it. There. There's a breakwater that comes out, and that tide is coming up to that breakwater and literally just churning right around the front end of it. So I'm trying to get it sort of just over there, and hopefully it all pulls down this way, just to try and alleviate me breaking out so much, because breaking out is no fun. Might even have to drop back down to one rod. My hand might be forced in that, and that'll be that, because otherwise they're all just going to come together and it'll be a big mess. No doubt it'll be if I actually catch something half decent, and then that'll be the end of that. It'll all get tangled, all get stuck, and then I'll lose the whole lot. So I'd rather not bother it in the first place. I'd rather just fish one if need be. So yeah, I'm going to keep plodding on. Well, the worm baits are not hanging around at all. They are either getting completely stripped and shooting down tide, or massive pouting. Oh, I'm wet now. Stop it. Put you in the bucket to clean you off, mate. Oh, lovely pouting. Oh, stay still. So yeah, there's definitely a few of these about tonight. They're a bit slow, but they are there. And in my opinion, these are better than whiting, so I'll continue to catch these, I think. It's going to get out of my hands. So all I'm doing with these baits, because they're just worm baits, rather than taking all that worm off that's on there, because that was literally out 5 minutes, if that, not completely washed out, so I'm just threading on a couple of fresh ones to give it a bit more scent, if you like, bunching it all down and casting it back out until they get really raggedy, in which case I'll change them. Now, I am going to attempt to show this on camera. How much of it you're actually going to be able to see, I do not know. That there is the end of the breakwater, and all I'm doing is just a little flick in that general direction, letting it hit the bottom like that, dunk. It's quite deep, and then back in the tripod. Simple as it gets. So, as per usual, the second I turn that camera off, nearly, you jab yourself in the face with a rod. Yeah, the second that camera goes off, I have a bite. Oh, I nearly stacked it on that one. set up right on top of a big boulder, which is probably not the best idea. And there we are. That's one of the other species that thought might be here, and they've decided to show up. He's even showing off his little gnashers, look. That's a little dogfish, so that's what? Whiting, 2 pouting, and a doggy. Not a bad night in all fairness, so far. I can't believe how hard that tide is pulling. It's so hard. If you don't hit it in the right spot, it just hits there, hits the water. Before it's even hit the bottom, it's whack, and it's gone. And then you've either got to reel it in or hope it stays, which is a big gamble. I think I'm gonna have to drop a rod down. I can't risk it. Now I've had the doggy, I've had 3 of the possible species, so I'm not too fast. Plus, them big pouting, I think big pout are wicked. They just look so cool. And yeah, I'd happily sit and catch them. And they're only really coming on the lug now anyway, so I'm only using lug on 1, so hopefully I can just keep having them on that. Right, so as you can see, I'm now no longer level with the sea. I'm up on big concrete steps. There's probably a, I don't know, 5-foot drop, literally straight down after that. So the water, I spoke to Matt and he said the water is going to come up over here. So there's going to be a fair depth of water there. Plus with what already's out there, there's going to be a bit of depth there. Just sort of threw everything up as I went. The rod's just basically getting washed out anyway, so hopefully with that little bit depth of water I can fish a little bit closer in and avoid some of the main tide that's going past that breakwater. This is what I'm sort of having to deal with, which as soon as that catches your line, you've had it, unfortunately. It's just going to drag you down tide wherever it feels like, and there's nothing you can say or do about it. So yeah, down to 1 rod now, I think. Be sensible. Because if I'm not being sensible, I'm going to get it all wrapped up, and then I'm going to have the and I'm going to be a right little sourpuss. So yeah, we'll stick to 1. Keep these big fat lug baits going in. I might actually put some rag out in a minute. I've got some frozen rag in there, so I might give that a try. Right, so I'm inside the groin now. Hopefully it doesn't make me keep breaking out and we can fish effectively and actually see some bites. But I think what's been happening is they've been taking the bait, slightly pulling on the lead's coming out, and it's literally just been bumping along. So I'd prefer to see the bite personally, so I haven't got to try and guess between is it a fish, is it a load of weed and a broken out lead. Right, so this is the guest. This is Mr. Matt Crowe himself.
Hello everybody. Everybody on the Nocturnal Fisherman channel, hello.
So he's my guide for this evening. He's showing me the ropes of the Suffolk coastline, so to speak. It's not somewhere that I normally fish, like I've said, mainly because it's a little bit further away from my house, but you're a local lad, aren't you? Yeah. You're in Ipswich, yeah?
Live 20 minutes up the road, if that, and this is one of my sort of spots I come to. Years ago, this used to be a banker spot for codling, so yes, why not give it a go tonight?
That's what everyone's after, isn't they? They're after the codling, they're after all the winter species, so tonight's as good a chance as any. There's a decent tide run.
That is a very decent tide.
Yeah, I was struggling a little bit with keeping the rods where they should be, so.
Even the flood tonight is absolutely nailing it through here. But it's flooding now and we're fishing inside the groins, which is where you want to be because you're out of the main tide run. You've done well so far. You've had 4 fish, haven't you?
I've had a couple of pouting, decent sized pouting as well, to be fair. I haven't had pouting that big in a little while.
No, this area is good for them. It is good for them. And like I said to you, mate, pouting, codling, same family.
Yes.
Same conditions. They could be here. You never know.
Also said there could be a decent chance of a sole.
Well, if you wanted to try for a sole, you can. Yeah. On this bit on the sand on the close in, if you went down a smaller hook so you get a good sole here, Obviously doggies, white and pouting. There has been conger caught from here in the past as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of them.
I'd love one of them, mate. Even just a little strap is something different for this area, isn't it, at the end of the day?
I think the last one I had was on Clacton Pier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's good going, though, to get one from this area, mate. They're not at all a very prolific species, as you well know.
Yeah,
I know down south you get them and you're like,
so it's more of a down south species, isn't it?
But they're moving up here.
Yeah.
Species are slowly moving up. You've got the gilts, you've got the conger, etc., etc. But what do you think of it?
The amount of wrasse that are around, like Walton Pier and that at the moment, is absolutely untrue.
Insane, mate. Insane. But what do you think of the area? What do you think of the mark?
To be fair, it's a pucker area. It's easy to fish.
Yep.
It's easy to get to.
Exactly.
You're on concrete. As my viewers will know, I absolutely love concrete. I hate sand.
No, that's fair enough. Obviously, we had to start on the sand.
Yeah, but even this sand compared to like Holland, it's so fluffy. It gets all over your stuff, all in your hands, all tea towels, everything gets covered. Whereas this, it might be a bit dangerous and a bit slippery.
That is very dangerous. Yeah, it does.
But other than that, it's fairly comfortable fishing. So
it is, and we've still got the best part to come, mate. We're halfway up the tide now, I think.
We've still got what? It's 10 to 10.
Yeah.
The high tide's at 1, isn't it? So low tide. Yeah, high tide's at 1. Yeah, sorry.
We've now got the best time for the codling to come if they turn
Hopefully
up.
they show up. There's quite a few people fishing over there as well, which is
yeah, that's Boardsey.
Yeah, that's the other side of the water as such, isn't it?
That's what they call Boardsey Manor. Trying for a codling as well, I reckon.
So they might be in the same boat as us.
Codling, probably sole, wrasse, something like that, to be honest with you. It's a good spot, but I prefer this spot. It's like a little...
It's a lot easier, yeah.
It really is. And like I say, not a long drive from my house, so easy to get to.
Easier if I can hold bottom.
7 ounces, mate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get them out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, doing your one now.
Yes, mate. All good.
So, there you have it. That's my guide for this evening, Mr. Matt Crowe. I'll put the link to his YouTube channel in the description, so you can go over there and check him out. He does some wicked videos, especially around the Suffolk coast. He's a bit more up to date around here than what I am. So yeah, by all means, go check him out, check his videos out, subscribe to him. Be nice. I've just reeled that one in to find that I had a crab attached to it, which is not ideal. We don't want the crabs, so hopefully they haven't moved in too heavy. I might even put the other rod out, literally just down the edge of this wall when the water gets a little bit higher. Try for a sole or some form of flatfish maybe, because there's going to be a decent depth of water there, and I can plonk it right over the edge and fish underneath the tip. So no chance of that getting washed out. I'll be able to keep right on top of it. But for now, we're just keeping up with the lug baits. So, head torch has decided it wants to start dying. Luckily I've got a spare battery. I normally carry a spare head torch, but I haven't got one with me today. Let's just hope my battery's actually charged up, otherwise I'm going to hear a right world of shite. Nay, fully charged. Just have to go a bit more gentle with that one, not to have it on. Oh, my mic. There we go, back on. Yeah, to try a bit more gentle with that one. Hopefully I don't run out of light. Right, well, it's gone a bit dead on the big rods. I decided to change the bait up a bit. I put a bit of rag and squid out, and got bored with that, so I decided I'm going to put my other rod out, literally just under the edge, like just down the edge of the wall, with a little 3-hook flapper and size 4 hooks, just small. Nothing for ages. I had Matt come over, he was having a chat and whatever. Tips banged round, thought it's a monster. It's not a monster, but it is another species. That's species number 4 now. So it's probably more of a species hunt video than it is anything else. Put him back. But yeah, that just little bash just smashed the life out of some small rag baits. I ain't had nothing since though, so that was the only one that was down there, I think. But yeah, other than that, it's quite uneventful. The tide is still pulling fairly hard, so baits are just, I'm having to let a massive belly of line out just to sort of half keep them where they should be. We've still got 2 hours, so there's still time. I have also seen a shooting star, so I bet you can wish what my wish was. I bet you can wish what my wish was. I bet you can guess what my wish was. I'm not going to tell you because that will make it untrue. It won't happen. Hey, there we go. Thought I was going to be snagged there. Is there a bit of weight here? There's a little bit of weight here. What have we got? Probably a load of weed. Oh no, we've got something. Oh, it's another little dogfish. Another diddy doggy. Another little one. Definitely smaller than the last one, but there's another fish. I'm not doing too bad. I'm happy. I'm not doing too bad. Well, I'll tell you what. I must be, as Matt said, in the pouting hotspot. So I've just had another clonking pouting on another massive lug bait. So I don't know if it's the fact to do with the I've got big lug baits on, or I'm just in the right area, but I had another one. I'll show you that in a second. I'm just going to get this baited up and cast out. Ah, he's got me soaked in. Oh, stop it. There we go. We've got him. Another pouting. Not as big as the first one I had, I don't think, but it's still another clonking mountain. Stop it! Very close to being a cod. Because of that little whisker. Look at that. It's the same whisker as what the cod have. So they ain't a million miles away, they're just not quite there. Sorry, for some reason I thought I had another bite there. I don't know if you can hear, every now and again there's a bat that flies around. I can hear it like making little high pitched squeaks. Get this one back and keep plodding on. The water is nearly up onto the platform. How high up the platform it's going to come, who knows? But I'm guessing it is going to come up onto the platform. One thing I will say about this spot, it is quite busy, as in people walking past. I've had quite a few, so there must be something near here somewhere that they're sort of, I don't know, attracted to or congregating at or whatever. But yeah, as it sits, there's 4 species. I think it's 3 pouting, 2 doggies, a whiting and a bass. 3. How many fish is that? I don't even know. 3 whiting, 2 doggies, whiting, about 7 fish. So I haven't blanked, even though I've travelled this far, which is always the worst thing about saying, oh, I'm going to go a bit further afield, because you don't know if you're going to catch. I think that's one of the main things that sort of held me back from going further afield, like 2, 3, 4 hours, just because you don't know if you're going to catch. I know it's not guaranteed, but it's one of them we're going, well, I'm limited on time, I can just go to Clacton or Suffolk or whatever, rather than sort of saving up time as such and then going for one big one, and I can do a few smaller ones. Oh, 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 oh. That's a proper little bite. Oh, what have we got here? Well, there's no surprise on that one. It's another massive pouting. They are absolutely everywhere. I've had them on lug, I've had them on squid, and now I've had them on rag. So I think this is the whiting of this trip, to be honest with you. Although I'm not complaining because it could be worse, could have had nothing. I think it's time this one goes on a bit of lug. This is just a normal flapper, 3-hook flapper, but they are tiny, tiny little hooks. Size, well, they say they're size 4, but I think this company's size is slightly different to a lot of other companies, because these are closer to a size 6 in my opinion. They are very small. I'm going to try a bit of lug on it. Still like really close in. And just see if there's anything else about. I'd like a flatty just to add to the species total as such. We've had 4 species. Can we go for 5? I'd like to go for 5, just because I would. I'm getting greedy now. Trying to find a small lug. They all seem to be fairly decent size. What I'll do this time is I'll show you literally how far out I am. I should be able to shove it, it's that close. So if you can see anything here, the water is right there. Try not to look at the camera because it'll blind you. Try not to get it stuck in all the seaweed. Get off. Oh, them two are now stuck together. Come on. There we go. And literally, all I'm doing, underarm, plop. No, not plop, because I didn't take the bail off. There we go. Right. Plop. There. I don't know. 7 or 8 yards out, something like that. Well, put it this way, I'm that close, trying not to fall in here. I can almost touch my leader knot. My leader knot is literally right there. So, not that far out at all. Well, that's another one to add to the tally. Another little dogfish. I've had another white in, and obviously the parrot that you've probably seen. So yeah, I've had a few fish, to be fair. I think this is going to be final cast as the water behind me is rushing up. I think Matt's just not cracked off, but he's broken off. He's basically got snagged. He's had a bite, he's had a slack liner, which is all positive and good, and then yeah, lifted into it, and it's cut him off. So whatever he was stuck on has done him a serious mischief. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the video for an exciting cod hunt. Didn't get the target, but we give it a good go. We've had plenty of other species, and it's been a really nice, chilled, relaxed evening. No wind, no other than a bit of tide, but there was no like waves as such. So yeah, it's been really relaxed, and that's the end of that. So if you've liked the video, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again on the next one. Thank you.